Good morning, and thank you for joining us on the show. It's another beautiful Tuesday morning, and we're saying good morning to you here from the capital city, Abuja. This is NTA Abuja Channel 5, the Unity Station. My name is Shuaibu Mustafa Labaran. A lot is happening around the country, and of course, we are getting some doses of it here in Abuja, ranging from the world of entertainment to sports to lifestyle and, of course, education. Whatever you are into, whatever pays your bills, so long as it's legit and it is recognized, then you should wear a smile and know that whatever the challenges of this present times, you would come out of it stronger and bigger. This program is called Good Morning Abuja, as you know, and of course, it is designed to be able to keep your morning lit. Yes, our intention by creating this program is to ensure that you have a breakfast companion that would help set some tasks and agenda for you as the day progresses. Let us begin now by going quickly to our motivational segment corner, and we have Sadia standing by with something motivating. Stay with us.
Life. Life itself is a test from God. Sometimes you're happy and sometimes you're not. But in all circumstances, be happy. Because happiness is a choice, not a result. And true happiness comes from within. Just like nature has its season, you too will experience different seasons of life. Through one season, hoping to get to the next. And there's a time for everything in life. A time to plant, a time to grow, and a time to harvest. A time to be born, and a time to die. A time to weep, and a time to laugh. And each and every season serves a purpose. Don't give up. Just believe in it and be patient. Well, I know the journey may be tough, but still trust the process. It's actually molding you into the person you're meant to be. Patience. With time, everything's gonna be fine. Maybe not today or tomorrow, but eventually.
Welcome back, and thank you so much, Sadia. That was truly motivating. Let us quickly go to our exercise corner now, where we'll be able to join our guide this morning and do some general body exercise. Join us as we do this together.
A sprawl is a scaled down version of a burpee, so you're not going to touch your chest to the floor. Let me just show you one. So we're going to do that once again, 45 seconds on my cue. Let's start off now in 3, 2, and start off.
Welcome you on today's ride on the show Good Morning Abuja.
This is Window on Abuja.
We have everything it takes to compete with any nation all across the world.
How do we make it? We are not ready to produce.
I've been contributing to the development of your kingdom.
Hello and welcome to Young Hearts.
Our focus today will be on hepatitis B. Ladylike!
This is Entertainment Gist.
This is called the police.
Live on the Unity Station.
NTA Channel 5 Abuja.
The least you and I can do is to assist them by making security our primary concern.
And with your support, with your assistance, criminality will be stamped out of FCT. We have determined, we have the capacity to withstand them, we have the capacity to equally deal with them, Your Excellency.
Lowest minimum time possible, especially when the callers were able to get across to us quickly.
Security is everyone's business. This is why NTA Channel 5 Abuja is collaborating with the FCT Police Command in providing a weekly platform for up-to-date security check in the FCT. Join us for the real information every Wednesday at 10:30 a.m. on NTA Channel 5 Abuja, the Unity Station.
Nigeria is a great country, a very, very, very blessed country. God bless this country. Not just with the mineral resources, not just with the resources we have on this land, but the people, yes. Nigerians are very, very unique people. You see, we thrive at whatever we do, and that's why all over the world, whenever we go to study, we bag the first class from those universities. We go outside this country, we're the best doctors, the best engineers, the best ICT people. We are just everywhere doing amazing things. But it looks like we're putting all those success in jeopardy because of the decline in our reading culture. Back in the days, libraries everywhere would go sit down, pick up a book, read at home. You have time to spare when you're not doing household chores, you're reading. But now, that is not the case. What could be responsible? That is why this morning I am very, very happy to meet someone who is doing something amazing in this regard. Yes, I'm talking about Jonathan Isa, who is the lead strategist for iRead Consulting. Yes, let's meet you. I'm sure what he has to share with us today is one you'll find interesting. Good morning, Jonathan. Good morning. Yes. It's my pleasure to meet you, especially knowing that what you're doing is deliberately tailored towards ensuring that Nigerian success stories it's not something that will become what we say past glories. Yes, because with all the Okonjo-Iwealas of today, Amina Muhammad, and all those people, what is showing everybody that we call our own and we are proud to say, yeah, they are Nigerians. If we fail to cultivate the attitude that made these people great in our younger generation, we'll sit back one year and say, we used to be great at this way. We hope we will not get to that point. Yes, but I acknowledge what you're doing, and it's such a pleasure meeting you. Welcome on the program. Now, let's start by understanding the problem. The problem itself is there's a decline in the reading culture. Do you agree?
Yes, absolutely. I agree, and probably it's an ongoing conversation which I am directly involved in because of the work I do at IB.
Okay.
There is this satisfaction, this apathy towards it, probably because of the advance in technology. You agree with us that the attention span is on a massive decline.
That's very true.
You would also agree that people do not necessarily connect with probably the traditional ways of reading that our fathers and the people you mentioned also like. So I agree to the extent that there's a decline. However, that's why I mentioned that answer to.
Okay, that's amazing. That's amazing. Now, talking about your organization and then the problem itself being that perhaps maybe some of the ways we or our forefathers read is no longer fashionable or something that can be sustained. What in your experience now, in your experience, I just want you to marry the digital technology that we have now and with the social media and how it's what differentiates it from our traditional reading culture.
Okay, so if you look at the whole scheme of the advanced technology,
yes,
I think it has positively benefited, regardless of the fact that we look at it for the negative side. I think I have to first agree that it has done so much for people. As an author, it has aided the distribution of my books. Over 6,000 copies of my books distributed to places I have not been. So
through the online?
Yes, so I tell my book to people to come out in hard copy.
Wonderful, wonderful.
So that's also something. Also the fact that it makes information readily available. You can carry a bulk of information in the pocket. So I think that the advanced technology has, in to a great extent, contributed positively to the knowledge gains, to the transfer of information across time. However, when we now come to the issue of reading, I think in a way, negatively, it's that deprived a generation of that immersive experience with wisdom. Everything is tailored in tidbits now. As a writer, I can tell you that when I write, I'm conscious of the fact that my reader may need just 5 seconds to decide whether he will continue reading whatever I wrote. So that, in a way, deprives us of that immersive experience with books. So you will find people not really digging deep. I tell my people always that the information people put out there is the information out of the main they already have. And in fact, social media, for instance, the algorithm is designed in a very haphazard. So you can move from an educational content to an entertainment content to a spiritual content and then back to an educational content. So you find that people know so much, but they cannot transit into that applicative dimension because it is not structured. Right? So you are learning so many things, but you have information that you can't call knowledge and you can't translate into wisdom. So that immersive experience is what you are saying.
Exactly. I agree with you. Now let me understand this, because I had an experience one time around Baker Junction. It used to be a beehive of activities in the evening, and then you'll find different people putting their wares on the ground and selling. Now there's this man that always sells books, and some of those little toys we would admire. The horse that you press into a little balloon and it will make some moves and all of that. So I had come there admiring that's there. And interestingly, I looked at a book, The Mayor of Casterbridge, and somebody standing there was watching me as I admired the book. Now his fascination was I was looking at that book instead of being interested with the toys that were by the side. And for that reason, he bought that book and gave it to me. And when I took that book home, of course, it was a book far advanced for my age.
Classic.
Yes. But I wanted to get the value that that man has paid for that book. So I have to force myself to read page 1, page 2, read the whole book, not understanding, coming back to page 1, page 2, read the whole book, getting better clarity until I was able to delve into the language of the writer. I was able to understand the terminologies. I was able to understand what he meant by certain words and sentences and everything. But with the ebook, audiobooks, and the way these books are laid on the net now, it will look like it is hard to give it that attention.
Yeah,
do you agree?
I do to an extent. However, from where I stand as a reading experience coach, what we are doing in terms of strategy is to now create that level of connection to any format of books. In fact, if I say I've read over 100 books this year, it's not very high. It's real, right? I have a read list of over 101 books that I've completed this year. And a bulk of it is a mix of audiobooks, soft copies, and hard copies. So I encourage everybody to not limit yourself. You know, there's that I am a hard copy person, I am an ebook person. You are an everything person. Because if you look at the schedule, the level of activities that call for our attention at the same time, it's necessary to maximize all the opportunities. So what we do at IRE is to systematize the process. We create a better community that runs on pure knowledge, levels of knowledge, help you understand that the reader is more important than what is being read first. And then tell you that if the fact that you're not reading is not because you've not made a great book. And J.K. Rowling, the author of Harry Potter series, confirms that. Yes. That if you're not reading, you probably have not found a good book. And then, so we have the view component, which is the reader component, the book component, and then the pattern component. So we have a system where we divide complex or lump sum amount of content into divisible bits that can be consumed. Right? I have a reading capacity of over 300 pages at a sitting, but I don't use it, right? Because I have other things to do. So I still find a way to subdivide using the I read model. So as a person, and as a system now, the hub, we are creating the solutions. We've done it for the last 5 years, right? Covering over 2,000 readers across 14 nations, spreading this message that it's not an African problem, right? It is solvable. And so we have the solutions and we encourage people to take advantage of the solutions while we also maximize it ourselves. So we are living it and people are seeing the possibilities and connecting to it.
I like what you guys are doing there. It just speaks so much to the possibility of us understanding that. In fact, I like something you just said. You said it's not an African problem
at all.
Because it is, there's a saying that says if you want to hide something from an African, put it in a book.
Sincerely, that quote is why I read those views. I tell people that I need to put that quote wrong. Wow. Yes, it is to that end that we deal with it because it doesn't make sense to me. Even as a young boy, it didn't make sense to me. Because if I have the capacity to understand complex mathematical equations, then why can't I translate a book written in English? So, and for me, that's why we're working. And thank God we're making progress with it.
Okay. I was going to ask you what the role of technology is in revitalizing reading culture, but I think you've already explained that by telling me how you've designed the system at iRead.
Yes.
So can you just tell us a bit more of the system, this reading?
Okay, so iRead is built on a community system, right? We believe that your ability to not complete a book is easier when those around you don't read. Right? If those around you don't read, you have a higher chance of not reading. And so we built a community system that thrives on effective accountability. And accountability is like a two-pronged ladder that sits on vulnerability and responsibility. Right? So we connect people who have that ability to share that vulnerabilities. I can't read, I can't. Okay, there's somebody who is reading. There's always an iron to sharpen your iron, basically. And then we teach the art of reading. We do not assume. We teach people to read. Right? You think you can read, but when you go to our master class, you now realize that you truly have certain layers of information you still need. And then we put them in the community, and we leverage technology also using that for third-party applications to do that. So for me, that's it. We now have different engagements, monthly engagements, periodic engagements, book suggestions, well work for the service where you have the liberty to pick a book for yourself. So it's more like making you read like you're not reading, right? We believe that reading should be like eating, taking your bath. It's part of your life. So we're making it a life rather than an act. So through that effective commitment, it's something that is beautiful.
Okay. Nigeria has a vast population of smartphone owners. We could argue that almost every village in this country has a smartphone, and there's a wide network reach. Even if the network is not in that village, trust me, the phone is in that village. And it will amaze us to know that many of those people actually read things written Facebook, the rest, but they are not reading books. And that's where the problem is. So now my question is this accessibility to technology, smartphones especially, should it not drive that we should have more readers of books rather than people who read TikTok and read Facebook and read things like that?
So it's a dilemma on its own.
Okay.
So people could spend hundreds of thousands buying books in the past. Right? If you needed wisdom from maybe your favorite author, maybe spare them the name, you would have to travel, look for these books in bookshop. I'm currently looking for the book for the last 6 months. I'm here to find it, but it's out of stock and all of that. But today, all of these are available at a fingertip. That's a buy or even available for free on certain platforms. So I think the challenge here is we lending our voice to this idea of reading so that more persons can see the benefit. You spoke about the successful people of our time. Success has a language, it's called action. So people who take action will find success, definitely. However, people don't do because they don't know to do. So if you truly know the how to, you will do. So when people are deficient or are holding back, I can almost guarantee that it's a knowledge problem. So you find out that we are not taking actions because we do not know how to take actions, and we are not seeing the need to close the knowledge gap. Our life is always going to be a reflection of what we know or don't know, what we do or don't do, and who we know or don't know. So that knowledge domain, the action domain, and the people domain speaks largely to the reflection, like a report card of our lives in essence. So for me as a person, I am an unapologetic advocate for reading, because if I truly know what can be, then I can be what I've read.
Well, you heard that. People will not take action because they do not know. And that is very, very instructive for me. And as such, I'm taking that to heart. This morning, I've been having this beautiful conversation with Jonathan Issa. He is an author and also the lead strategist for iRead Africa, an organization that focuses on demystifying the thought that if you need to keep knowledge hidden from the black man, put it in a book. And so far, they are doing some amazing things through the system they have in iRead. We'll go on a short break. When we come back, I'm sure there's something or two he has to tell us that could make us better readers. So let's take a short break. We'll be back soon.
Are you interested in being up to date with the pacey world of sports? Our rebranded Capital Sports is the finest bet for your doing so.
So, join us every Thursday live at 3 p.m. on NTA Channel 5 Abuja to talk sports for your viewing pleasure. Remember, you can be a part of this #1 sporting program. Join us on the analysis, views and opinions.
Welcome back. The program is still Good Morning Abuja, and yes, Jonathan Issa is still here, and we are still talking about the decline in reading culture, especially for us Africans, and particularly here in Nigeria. Now, Mr. Jonathan, I'd like to explore some of these other things you do now at iRead. That's making us recover some of that. The percentages we've lost in our reading culture.
Yeah. So we started as a virtual community 5 years ago.
Okay.
And so we started quite uniquely. We started with just 20 persons. Today, as of last year, we hit 514 persons across 14 nations.
Wonderful.
We spread one expression in Zambia, have representations in Poland and a few other countries, cutting across Africans and people of other descents too. So when we thought about it, and we discovered that the online platform offers us a lot of reach. And so from last year, we started extending our tentacles out there. So this year, we have physical handouts across 5 states in Nigeria. We had in Lagos, Ibadan, we had in Bondo, we had in Benue, and then, of course, in Abuja. Bringing together about 200 to 300 people across the states to just engage physically. We're trying to convince you that you're not alone, right? You're not alone on the reading journey. You're not alone on the struggles, right? And all of that.
You're an author also.
I am.
Yes. Now, you have some books. Tell us the little, just very snippets of some of the books you have and how we can get them so that it's not seeing Jonathan now, it's reading Jonathan that I am most interested in next.
Yeah, so today I have 5 books.
Okay.
I had just one dream, just author one book. So it's beautiful that I have 5 now. My first book was released in 2020. Started the Uncommon You, Discover and Unleash Your Originality. I also have a book on communication and public speaking. It's titled Public Speaking on Max, Secrets Experts Hide From You About Public Speaking. I am lead on sustainability. I call it yes, right? So I wrote a book on, I titled Are You Better Than a Matchstick? How to Conquer the Fading Passion Syndrome. So it basically speaks to the idea that you can start something and hold on to it for at least a minimum of 10 years. The idea behind the book is if you don't want to last, don't start. Right. Also wrote a book on friendship. My girlfriend John talking about like a practical guide to building lasting same-gender friendship. And the rationale behind it is people don't have issues when it comes to cross-gender, like male to female relationship are very good. And when it's female to female, male to male, there are a lot of issues. So we use our friendship to tell that story. among other things. So my books are readily available across all platforms. Jonathan Isa is also my handle across all platforms.
Well, there you have it. Jonathan Issa, you can find him on all platforms: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or X now, as Twitter is called. You can just find him, and perhaps by visiting his page, you'll be able to gain some knowledge on how you can become a better reader. The decline in our reading culture is something that is worrisome, and we must begin to take deliberate actions now if we intend to wake up one day and say, yes, we still the best when Africa is concerned as far as education. And trust me, we have good representations now, but if we do not sustain it, then it will be past glory, as I say. The program is still Good Morning Abuja, and we're having an amazing time. Let's go enjoy some music while we let the message that Jonathan Issa shared with us sink in. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me. It's been amazing.
Yes, and it's been a pleasure from our end, and of course from the end of our viewers, I can say. So let's have some music. When we come back, there's still a lot more on the program.
Promise, you never leave me. The love where you give me past silver. Oh, baby, I know my life. No